Well, welcome. We're just gonna test this out, and I'm not even gonna fucking go through and make sure that my mic is working because it looks like it's working pretty good. This is a brand new phone. How about it? Does all kinds of cool new shit. Um, but it's still basically the same phone. But I'm not set up with it though, y'all. It's not set up properly quite yet. I'm missing even though whenever I switched my shit over, I switched over a lot of my apps, but there's a lot that I didn't switch over. But even the ones that I selected to switch over didn't fucking come with it. So I don't know. I don't know. We're we're headed to Tulsa today, y'all. I just got to the shop a little bit ago. Just now leaving the shop. I gotta go grab a fucking dumpster of trash, take it to Tulsa. Um, yeah, I don't know. It's gonna be a long day, uh, but not too bad. Getting them hours in, that's for sure. Today and tomorrow, and then Friday. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do on Friday, but this is us. We are rolling. The fucking window is so fucking dirty. Here we go. This new phone is I I love it. I think it's gonna be super cool. But right now, it's pissing me the fuck off. Okay, there's I don't know. I had the other phone for 5 years, so I got comfortable with it. And actually just recently, whenever I was watching videos on how to, God damn it, I forgot to set up my fucking geotab. Motherfucker. Of course I forgot. Oh fuck me. Hold on. I'll be right. No, I'll be here. Just getting my Samsung Pass to use my fingerprint to do stuff has been a pain in the ass. But I got it now, but it was like I set it up like 6 times and it still was not saving. God damn it. Assets, select vehicle, this vehicle. I'm not driving. Wink, wink. I'm not driving. Why are you doing this to me? Save. On. Assigned to me. Okay. Oh, motherfucker. Inspect. Pre-trip. No major. Yes. Okay. We're good now. Holy shit. When the truck is moving, it doesn't even matter if you're just rolling. It'll kick you on driving, and it won't let you fucking. You got to be real quick with the app to get it to do anything. I really did not want to pull over anywhere right here. Anyways, now my phone's all fucking crooked and shit. There we go. Stay there. Don't fall off, you bitch. I had the other phone for 5 years, and I just got it set up perfectly recently because I was watching YouTube videos on what the new features are of this phone, and I was like, oh, I think, and they kept saying, oh, well, some of these are features that we've had for a while, but this is how you should set it up, and blah blah blah, or how a different way to set it up or whatever. And so I got my old phone. I actually had it doing pretty fucking good. Like I was actually way more impressed with my old phone after setting it up properly after owning it for 5 years. Um, so, anyways, now I'm going. I watched the same video again, and I'm going through this phone because this is the actual phone that was on the fucking video. I'm getting this one set up properly. But yeah, I don't know. It's really nerve wracking going through all the apps, getting everything logged in, saving passwords, getting my fingerprint, my biometrics, or whatever the fuck, and uh, I don't know. I got it good now. I got Facebook, I got YouTube, I got my email, I got a couple of my work apps, work applications such as Geotabs, ScheduleBase, and Office 365. But it's really weird that just the email thing. Because I was trying to set up the email, and it kept saying, no, you can't use this for a school or work account. And I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? I can't use this for a school or work account. So I had to download Office 365, which is fine. But now I don't know. I guess I might get notifications for new emails. I just haven't got any new emails yet because I just set it up last night. But I don't know. It's like now my email is kind of like hidden inside another app. Like you have to go through a bunch of different steps to get to it. So kind of annoying. But I got Office 365 now, and there's a lot more stuff on there. Like some of the training videos that I got to go through and do, and some other stuff that our work set up is all with my email account, and it works out. So whatever, I guess. The voice recorder is pretty cool. I did. This is the second recording I've done. The first recording I did, it was just like 10 seconds, and it'll transcribe your words. So every single word that I say, it'll put it in, put punctuation in, so I could use it, for notes, and it'll also summarize it, which is, I heard Joe Rogan talking about it because Joe Rogan just got the same phone, and he was talking all about it, and that's really, I mean, I hate to be that guy, but that's one of the main reasons I was like, yeah, I'll go ahead and switch to that new phone. Joe Rogan told me of all these cool things on there, and yeah, so it'll summarize. So I just said, I don't even know what I said. I said, like, hey, my name is Kevin. I'm having a great day. How are you guys doing? I drove around today in my truck. I got loaded, and I don't know. I just kind of went through a couple of things. And then I hit the summarize button, and it just loaded for a second. And then it summarizes, like, overall, we had a good day. I drove to blah, 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 and I picked up this. And I was like, that is cool as fuck. That is super cool. And apparently I can do the same thing with my text messages. So I can write out a text message, but now I might start doing voice messages. Like just do a voice message and then hit summarize and send that. So people don't, I don't know. Part of me is like, man, maybe I should do that with my podcast, but then it'd be too short and it wouldn't be me. That would be AI. But it'd be a lot shorter podcast. That's for fucking sure. I repeat myself quite often, I found out. Because I listened back to the last episode. I listened back to it yesterday just to see if it worked out pretty good, and it did. But I don't know. I'm hoping, and I didn't record a podcast yesterday because I knew I was going to be switching my phones over, and I thought I might not be able to get all my files and stuff. And yeah, I haven't got any of my voice recordings switched over. Not yet, at least. I don't know if I want to. This phone has a lot more storage space. So, but I don't know. I might just go ahead and leave this one blank because I don't have any previous phone calls. I don't have any previous text messages. It's all, even though I selected everything within the last 30 days. That's what I selected. So I don't know. I'm not a tech guy. It takes me a lot longer to figure shit out, but I will eventually figure it all out, or just give up and just. It is kind of nice starting fresh, and that's why there's a lot of apps that I didn't switch over. Like no games, I didn't switch any of the games over, even though the phone just automatically added in a bunch of fucking games. And I'm like, I'm not gonna play these. Wait, why? How dare you fucking add these games in, thinking, oh, we're gonna go ahead and preload these games onto your phone, and you're gonna play them, and then the game developers see a download every time somebody gets a new phone, so every single motherfucking phone has Clash of Clans or whatever the fuck it is downloaded on it. So that's the reason Clash of Clans is such a big fucking app, is because it's downloaded on everybody's phone and everybody deletes it. I'm guessing. I don't know. I'm just kind of speaking out of my ass right now. Hold on. I got to drink this fucking water so I can spit. One of the when I first started the podcast and I started using this voice recording app, is whenever you would go through and you would listen back to your memo or recording, it it had a playback feature that was to skip silences. There was no way to save it without the silences, because I thought it sounded way better whenever I was skipping silences. Now that I've podcasted, I don't know, hundreds of hours, um, I kind of like the silences. You know, it gives you my actual personality, and if you don't like it, you could. I mean, there are things you can do on Spotify when you're listening to the app that you can, speed the conversation up, and I've noticed somebody doing that before, and I've done it too. I read the book. Well, I didn't read it, but I listened to the book Chaos by Tom O'Neill, and I had it on half speed, or double speed, or whatever it was. So because it was like, even at double speed, it was like a 7-hour book that I listened to, and it was split up into like 4 or 5 different sections. I think, I don't remember exactly, but it was a really good book to listen to. And I don't know, I kind of, there's probably other books out there that I would enjoy to listen to, because I'm out here on the road. I listen to podcasts, or I podcast myself. That's really what I do. Sometimes I do, I get in the mood where I don't want to have to listen to anybody, or I'm just like in a mood, so I'll turn on music. And usually when I'm driving my car, I always listen to music too. Um, I listen to music a lot. I'm not trying to say I don't listen to music, but for the most part, when I'm driving, just to just to make the drive go much faster, because music doesn't really make my drive go any faster, because I'm constantly fucking skipping songs and shit. But talking or listening to a good podcast really makes the drive like you don't even remember, unless that fucking white RAV4 gets in front of you and then you can't fuck, and you're like, now I'm not even listening to the podcast. I'm just focused on fucking you with you, motherfucker. You fucking with me, I'll fuck with you too, bitch. Um. Anyways, I don't know. I've been having a lot of fun with that Llama 3 on Facebook, and I really do enjoy it. I don't know. Part of me wishes there was one of those that could make changes to my phone. Kind of like Siri, I guess. So Siri, you can talk to Siri. I'm guessing they've updated her quite a bit, or it quite a bit, but I don't know. I was just like, hey, I've got all of my pictures in my photo album, but when I go to my text messages, the photo album says it's empty. So, and it's my regular photo album. It's not like anything special. So it's like my Samsung photos that's stored on the phone. And I go to, text message somebody, and I'm like, oh yeah, I have a picture of that, but there's no pictures on there. I have to go into my photo album and then hit share, and then select the person, and it's just like more of a process that I don't really enjoy. Um, and then I was hoping I could so Google doesn't have a camera app, which is kind of weird. I wish there was I would rather just use Google camera, Google Images, and not even fuck with the Samsung, because the Google stuff, I have like a terabyte of storage, and it was super easy to switch over I just logged into my email and boom, I had all my photos. And or not my email, it is an email, but just my Google account, which is also a kind of a pain in the ass, because I actually have three Google accounts, one for the podcast that me and my buddy never ended up doing. And then I have my old email that I've used for a long time, and then the newer email that I use that's more for like professional stuff. Like if I need somebody to send me a message, I'm not going to have them send it to my weird email, which it's not weird. It's like, what does that even say? And it's like, uh, it's a, it's a word. I don't know. I don't want to even want to give it out to the fucking world right now. I guess I could. I don't know. I really need somebody that's really smart with some of this stuff, that's willing to sit down for a couple of hours with me to help me get everything figured out. Somebody that I trust. Probably my stepdad. But even though my stepdad, he is a really big tech guy, there's still some shit that he doesn't even understand. And he's also an iPhone guy. So that's not really helpful. I need a Samsung expert. I guess I could go to the Samsung store, and because those guys probably set it up all the time, but I don't know, somebody that's willing to sit for a few hours with me to get everything set up properly the way I really want it to get set up. I already went through the developer options where you tap on the build number 5 times and then it opens up a secret menu for developer options. And I was able to, that's what I've done it before, and I did it on my last phone just here recently, where you speed up the animations. So like it's already set up as 1 times animations, and you set it up to 0.5 times animation. So like whenever you're switching from screen to screen, it has a slight animation where it just like moves the screen around, and it does it way faster now. So it's like, well, 100% faster now. So it's kind of cool. Are you turning, or oh, you got your flashers on? I'm pulling in here. I should have a dumpster ready to go. I gotta find one that says my name on it. All right. Well, I'm gonna have to pause here because I gotta get out and do some stuff. All right. Now we're on the road. One thing I did notice, so with my other phone, it would, I don't know, it's probably easy to figure out. I just don't have the time to sit and fuck with shit right now. But every time I plug in my Okay. I'm on my fastest route. I'll be there by 12:13. Okay, cool. This fucking, I don't know. I might need to turn that shit off. Fucking telling me about which way to turn and all that shit. I don't need to know. Ho, leave me alone. Dismiss. All right, let's go. Like I was saying before I was rudely interrupted, this I don't know, like I used to be able to have both my Bluetooth headset and my Bluetooth transmitter, or my FM transmitter plugged in at the same time. But if I turned on my headset first, that's what would be used as a recording device. And I don't know. I wish it would only let this be the recording device, but I don't know. We'll see. That is a bright fucking screen. How I might have to put my Google Maps into fucking dark mode. That's bright as shit. Um, what am I at? I'm at 87% on the phone already. It did 2 updates this morning. Two major phone updates. I don't know why it did that this morning when I did all that shit last night. Wake up this morning and it says, "Oh, need to update," and I updated it, and then it restarted and everything was good. And then I don't know. I load up my lunchbox and then I turn around and it says, "Need to update." I'm like, "All right, fucking update then." Jesus Christ. Um, and I also downloaded. Well, so I'm trying to use the BIXY app. I'm not gonna say it because it'll fucking start turning that on or whatever. But I had to record my voice in several different phrases, and then I was trying to get an Australian person on there, but it didn't work. I don't know what I did wrong. All right, coming onto the highway, bitches. Here we are. Get that fucking speedometer pulled up. Yeah, it's gonna be a cool phone. It's rough here getting started up on it, but it's gonna be a good one. I think I'm gonna really enjoy it. Part of me is like, I just I gave my life away by getting this phone because if I don't know, I don't do anything that I would ever need to hide. So, but I hate living like that. It's like, all right, yeah, I mean, if you don't have anything to hide, then what's the problem? It's like, well, I still don't want to fucking. I don't want this shit to be able to. I don't know. I don't feel. I don't have any privacy. That's what it feels like. I feel like I have no privacy whatsoever, which is okay. Whatever. I guess I'll just not have privacy. I mean, most of my time is in a company truck anyway. So I mean, how much privacy do you really need anyway? I don't know. But I don't know. It does. Also, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna be a guy without a phone these days? Because we're locked in, dude. There's nothing we can do. We have to have them. I just happen to have the most unprivate phone of all. But it's cool though. It's got cool stuff, and I don't do anything that bad. I'm not running drugs. I'm not murdering people. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm just having a good time most of the time, or complaining. Oh, great. We got to slow down. Mm-mm-mm. Everybody got the same message saying the right lane is closed ahead, and it's been this way for months. How about we all get on the same page? I knew it was going to end. Everybody else didn't. Now they all want to get over into my fucking lane. Man, that screen is super duper fucking bright. I need to turn that down. Oh, why is it maximized for best viewing in light night? I don't need it that fucking bright though. What the fuck? It's like we're gonna maximize your light. I don't need it that bright. It doesn't need to be that bright though. It can be darker. I don't know what the hell's going on with this thing. I turned it down and it turns it right back up. It's like, no, I'm specifically turning the brightness down. And it won't let me. All right, I guess that's how bright it's going to be. I mean, it's nice, but it doesn't need to be that fucking bright, yo. It's going to just pull battery out of this thing. I do want to see how long it's going to last using maps, recording, Spotify, and my geotab all at the same time, almost all day long. That would be kind of interesting to see how long the battery will last. I'm at 85% right now. I swear it just said 87. So it might not be, I don't know. Let's hope the battery lasts a while. I don't think it's much bigger of a battery than my last one. Oh God, what are we stopping for? Did y'all get into a fucking accident? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Oh, Jesus Christ. You all need to figure it the fuck out. Holy shit. We are in a construction zone. There is no way anybody can get over. A trash truck just pulled over and stopped on the, not even on the side of the road, just stopped for why? What are you doing? What are you doing, dude? We're moving now, so that's good. But I have no idea why he decided to just stop in the middle of the traffic. He's like, let's create a backup real quick. This will be fun. Make everybody stop in the middle of the fucking traffic and then go. Now he's going. I don't look at the fucking backup back there. Everybody had to stop and now it's a fucking slinky. You are in my lane, bitch. Get out of my lane. What is up with these fuckers? What the fuck is going on with these motherfuckers? Yeah, the combination app, it worked out pretty good last time I used it. That guy has no mud flaps whatsoever. What do you do? You have no mud flaps. That is not good. He just got big motherfucking tires just rolling down the road. If he runs over a bolt or something, that's going to go right through somebody's fucking windshield. Or come over that car and fucking into me. I don't know. Gotta have, it's illegal to not have mud flaps. And it's illegal to have them too short, too. So you have nothing. There is absolutely nothing stopping anything. It looks cool, but I wouldn't be running around like that. That's DOT pull over immediately, right there. You know DOT's out. They're just looking at all the trucks, and they're like, let's just find one that's got something wrong with it. Let's count to 10. If 10 trucks drive by that don't have anything that is visibly wrong with them, we'll just pull over number 11. That's what DOT does. They're like, yeah, we just count to 10, pull over 11. Oh, that guy's got a wobbly, like a strap hanging off the side of his truck. Let's go ahead and get him. Lucky me, my load is pretty good today. This dumpster is kind of heavy, which is good because I'd rather it be a little bit heavier than lighter because then it'll ride smoother. And it won't fucking bang, bang, bang every fucking bump I hit. Even though I got it strapped down, like the door on the back, and the door's latched, so I don't know. It just damn hiccup. It's real loud and annoying to drive these things empty. Because this one, yeah, I have a quad axle, so I can haul 80,000 pounds, which is a lot. Total, not a 80,000 pound box, but I can haul like a maybe 50,000. I don't know how much this truck weighs, but there ain't near that much in this fucking box. It's not even half full, and it's just like plastic scraps and stuff, and normal trash. There's a bicycle in here, so I don't know what that means, but somebody threw away a bike in here, and it's gonna go to the trash place. They accept all trash, so it doesn't really matter. And I've kind of wondered if I grabbed the wrong box, nobody would even know, nobody would even care. They'd just be like, "Yeah, dump it." I'm like, "This isn't even the right box." So I only grabbed the ones that got. They used to put an orange tag on the box to let you know this one is good and ready to go. And as soon as you grab it, you're supposed to rip that orange tag off. So whenever you return it, they can drive by and they'll see it doesn't have an orange tag, so it's empty. But they quit doing that for some reason. Just people get lazy over time, I guess. But I feel like it's been this way for a long time. We do 2 of these a week, sometimes 3. And I don't know why, like why don't you guys just hold on to it a little bit and fill it to the top instead of having 2 dumpsters? I mean, that's only taking money away from my company, really, but there's no reason you can't load more in this box. No reason at all. You can, the way these boxes are loaded, you can load this box to the tip top with these plastic scraps, and I won't be even close to being overweight. There we go. I got a trooper and a PD behind me, so this, as long as I keep my cool, I'll be all right. Um, Last night was okay. Got got back home or got back to the shop. Didn't have nothing special happened at the shop. I just fueled up and parked and got in my car and I left. And yep, there goes Trooper. See you later. Got home. The kids were excited to see me, but it was 8:30, so didn't really have much time to hang out with them. They went to bed, and then my new phone was sitting there, and I already had it unboxed, and I was getting it set up. And then I didn't even really eat dinner last night. I ate some grapes and some cottage cheese and a protein shake. So I don't know. Apparently, it was enough because I'm not hungry. And then this morning I had a protein shake. I brought ham, mayo, mustard, and grapes with me today. I didn't really get too in depth with my lunch today. I just grabbed a few things. I probably end up stopping and grabbing something. Oh, and I didn't even talk to you guys yesterday about anything. Yesterday, after I got off the podcast, I drove to Emporia. Not yesterday, but the day before yesterday. I drove to Emporia. I got my hotel. I parked at Walmart because there used to be a place to like a open gravel lot next to the hotel, right next to it. It was perfect. And they've been developing it over the last few years apparently. So couldn't park in there, which is fine. So I drive around. I park in the Walmart parking lot, which is, I don't know, I'd say 3 football fields away from the hotel. So it's not that long of a walk, but a long walk, especially when you're carrying your fucking lunchbox and bag and you're tired already. So I walked all that shit over to the hotel. I ordered Applebee's because there wasn't really anything. There was a Jimmy John's, and now that I think about it, I probably should have just went ahead and got Jimmy John's because I love the fucking Jimmy John's sub. They do a lettuce wrap, which is kind of cool. But I decided not to. I decided Applebee's was the good way to go, and I did the 2 for $25. Because I mean, and my wife was even like, "Really?" I'm like, "Well, I need meat." And at Applebee's, they have grilled chicken, they have grilled steak, and they have burgers. And they do have salmon and shrimp and stuff, but I was like, I'm gonna do the 2 for $25. I'm gonna get a burger, add a patty, and I'm gonna get a steak because the steak is only 8 ounces. Um, but then it required me to do an appetizer, so I did 2 salads, and then I could have selected no sides, but I decided to put each meal got 2 sides. So, but I decided to do 1 side each of green beans. So I had, and the burger, it was just 2 patties. I put no bun or lettuce wrap actually. I did 2 patties with like 1 strip of bacon, an 8-ounce steak that was tough as fuck, and yeah, 2 salads. And I tried both salads because they had a couple of salad dressings that seemed pretty cool. You gonna pass me on the right, bitch? Not today. So I got like the Mexican salad dressing and then the lemon vinaigrette or whatever. And they were pretty good. I didn't eat all of the salads, but I did try both of them. Shake them up real good. They were pretty fucking delicious. I didn't eat all the green beans either, but I did eat, probably at least one of the portions of green beans. And then I ate, yeah, the burger was fucking delicious. I was like, damn, now I know. I'm going to go to Applebee's. And it probably would have been better if I would have went to Applebee's and just sat down and ordered. It probably would have been a lot cheaper because I ended up spending $40. You're not fucking passing me, ho. You're not going to pass me. It's a Subaru Outback. Oh, no mud flaps is going this way too. Cool. And HMR, Hazmat Response. They're one of our biggest competitors. They do have that's a Dragon tanker. We have Dragon tankers, but ours are painted and theirs are, well, I guess they're painted too, but they're just painted silver. And their gauge is on the opposite side. He's empty and not placard. It looks like a brand new fucking, no, it doesn't. I was going to say it almost looked like a brand new fucking trailer, but it ain't. It does look nice though. But we have ours painted white and blue. I don't know. It's just what we do. And so yeah, I ended up going back to the hotel and eating all that food. I ate to fill, so that was good. I like that. But the next day I woke up and I got offloaded and I was driving. I was so fucking tired at the end of the day. I was like, "What? Why am I so tired right now?" And I'm like, "It has to be that fucking salad and that the salad, the dressing, and probably the green beans too." So I don't know because I don't really eat vegetables all that often. Oh, there was onion and a tomato slice on my burger, and I ate that too. I'm not stopping. I'm not stopping. Um, but yeah, I was so fucking tired, and I was like, "What the hell?" And then I thought back to what I ate, and I'm like, "It has to be that salad." And I've heard people talk about it before, like they'll eat a salad, and they feel like shit, and I'm like, maybe that was it. I don't understand what salad will help you lose weight because that's how I lost 30 pounds once. Is I ate salad for every meal, well, twice a day. They were big fucking salads, but it was salad twice a day for a month straight, and I lost 30 fucking pounds. But and I used the same salad dressing every time. It was the Olive Garden, and I don't know if it was the salad or if it was a dressing, but my mouth had a horrible taste in it for a very long time after eating that all the time. And it didn't matter if I used mouthwash or brushed my teeth or anything or had drinks with it. It didn't matter. My mouth, it just was horrible. It was like morning breath times 10. It was horrible. So I said, all right, that's a good way to lose weight, but I'm not doing that shit again. And as soon as I stopped, it all packed right back on. I was doing that for a medical card. Um, and now I don't know if I'm really losing much weight right now, but I do feel a lot better, and I'm gonna try to eat a little bit more meat and less other stuff. I need to stay off the fucking fruit. I can have some fruit, but not the amount of fruit that I had been eating. I'm gonna eat an apple and some grapes today. I think that's all I'm gonna have. I think I grabbed an orange too, but I think I'm just gonna have an apple and some grapes and eat the rest of my meat that I got here with some of the mayo and mustard. There's no sugar added to the mayo and mustard, so at least I don't think. I don't know. I'll look at it later. Um, yeah, I'm gonna pause it and then I'll be back. And just like that, we're offloaded. I'm ready to go home now. It's a long way there, though. Not that long. But, let's see here. Green light, go. 4 hours. Um, yeah, around 4 hours. Wonderful. So 4 hours I'll be, and I'm just going to take this box to the shop. I'm not even going to go back to because I got to do this job again tomorrow, and I'm just going to swap boxes tomorrow. It really doesn't make sense to go there tonight just to go there again. Well, I guess I could go there and switch out boxes tonight, but I really don't want to. I'd rather just go straight to the shop, park this piece of shit, get the fuck out of there. Go home, relax a little bit. But so it's 2:13 now. This is about the time I got here with the double rail last week, and that was not fun at all. Go back and listen to that one. I ain't gonna go get into that shit again. But fucking Red Dodge, you're a fucking fuckhead, aren't you? You're a little fuckhead, aren't you, Red Dodge? Little Dodge Ram, 2013. Um, yeah, I don't feel like working anymore today. I feel like just driving home and I don't know. I really want to be able to. I was able, while I was sitting there waiting, I was able to mess with my phone a little bit and rearrange some apps, download some new apps, all that kinds of stuff. Just trying to get it set up to where it's more comfortable for me to use. Because right now, every time I need to do something, I'm like, where the fuck is this app? And apparently, I removed the sidebar. There's like a hidden sidebar on these phones. I think my old phone had it too, but there's a sidebar that I don't like that fucking sidebar. Like, what is the? Oh, you just pull the sidebar and then you have all these apps right there. Okay, well you hit the fucking three little lines, or you just swipe up and there's all of your apps. So what is the the deal with all that? Like, what is this sidebar even for? I guess if you wanted to, you could technically, I could probably put all of my apps from my home screen, like the frequently used ones, in the sidebar, and then my entire, regular display would be empty, which would be kind of interesting. But I'm not. I don't like the sidebar thing. And there's another way. Well, that's where you can kind of hide it. You can hide because the sidebar is the actual app. Like on your home screen, it's like a copy of the app, and the real app is back in the apps, like all the apps library area thing or whatever. I don't know what the fuck to call it. But you can turn the transparency down on the sidebar so you can't see that there is a sidebar. Because normally there's like a little gray tab on the side, and you just tap that or slide it or whatever, and it'll pull out the sidebar. But you can turn that transparency of that gray bar down, and then those are the actual apps in there. So there's like an app that you have that you want to kind of hide. This is all from a YouTube video I watched. Linus Tech, maybe. I'm not sure who it was. I'm not even subscribed to Linus Tech. It just, he always pops up. But I don't know. He said you can hide apps there. Like those apps won't be anywhere else. Student driver, my ass. Student driver was about to not let me fucking over and make me take. There's two exit lanes next to each other, and I need to be in lane number 3. And the fucking student driver in my fucking rear mirror, fucking right in the fucking way. Um, I'm kind of hungry, guys. Yeah, the guy in a Porsche just waved at me. I'm not sure why. Guy in a Porsche. I don't know a guy in a Porsche. He just waved at me. I don't know. Maybe he thought he was cutting me off. I don't know. He's like hanging out the window. Man, he must be leaving the casino. I'm pretty sure there's a casino nearby. He must have won big, and he's getting the fuck out of here before they take his Porsche away from him. Offload went really well. There was a little bit of a line. I had to sit there for a little while. Not a big deal. It's nice to sit for a little bit. But yeah, the offload went fine. It took me, I think, 30 seconds. Pull in there, turn on PTO, jump out, open the back door, hop in the truck, tilt the bed up, but rev it up, so it'll rev it up, lift it up and everything. And then it all came out, and then I just drove forward. Longer than 30 seconds, I'll tell you that right now. But I got out and went over there, and I didn't even want to really get out. I don't really need to get out, but I always like to, because if I expect my dumpster to be empty, that's going to be the time it's not going to be empty. I'm going to get out. I'm going to pull it down there and get on the scale, and I'm gonna be like, what the hell? Why do I weigh so much? And they're like, oh, well, half your load didn't even fucking come out, but you're done, buddy, unless you want to go wait in line again. What the hell is going on here? They got a guy pulled over, a Carvana man. Oklahoma has got some weird people out here, and just like weird road crews. They're just they close the left lane, but then ahead they close the right lane, and they just make you do a little zigzag, but for no reason. Like, what is the reason? You should have just closed the one lane to begin with. Oh well, a nice zigzag. They like I told you last time, somebody high up in government out here has got stock in cones, traffic cones. So they're like, how can we make this traffic and construction area, how can we use more cones? They're like, oh, we can make them start zigzagging, back and forth, left lane closed, right lane closed. We charge a premium for those signs, and the big arrows that blink and shit. Yeah, we'll need at least 4 of those. Somebody's making my whoever works at the cone factory is loving it, and then they make them do a zigzag so truckers will come in there and run over the cones, and then guess what? They need to buy more cones. Or maybe they just put the old cones out over there. They're like, yeah, put the old cones up, because those are going to get ran over, and then we'll be able to replace them. Nothing, not a lot better than a brand new traffic cone. A traffic cone that ain't never been run over. That's kind of hard to find out here in Oklahoma. They've all been ran over. I guess there's a little bit of an update from me. I mean, there's big updates all over the place. Go check those out if you want to get actual good information. But there's an update on the assassin on Trump. And turns out, I thought it was the fucking kid in the car that said, I am Thomas M. Crooks. And I hate the Trump guy. But I'll tell you another thing, you got the wrong guy. And it turns out, yeah, that is the wrong guy, because I don't even know why would he even make that fucking video. That's the dumbest fucking thing I could ever think. He makes that video, thinking everybody's going to have a good laugh at it. Nah, dude, even though everybody knows the shooter is dead and he's gone, people are still going to be running around and be like, hey, you're the guy who shot Trump. And he's like, no, I didn't. You got the wrong guy. And they're like, yeah, you are the guy, because I heard you in the video. And he's like, no, that was a joke. It was a joke video. They're like, you shouldn't joke about that. And then they beat the shit out of him. That guy's going to have a couple of black eyeballs for too long. Dummy. Yeah, and he put that out so fast, too. It's like, what the fuck? And I don't know. Misinformation, like I said, you don't want to jump onto things immediately after a national tragedy or national stir up. I'll call it a tragedy. That's a tragedy. There goes an Audi R8. Where am I going? I'm going this way. We're in a 65 zone, dude. Toyota. Come on, let's Let's act like we're in a 65 zone. Also saw somebody post up like a Steam, because if you get on Steam, which is the computer program where you can download and buy video games on, somebody found his profile on there, and he had it set up to where it's public, so you can, I guess, I don't know. It could be all fake also, but they posted that up where he played, the last day he played video games was the 13th, the day he did that. And it says that he played Mr. President, which I guess is like an assassin type game. And then there's another game, a couple other games that Chained Together is a new game that came out recently that people have been getting into. It's where it's like a multiplayer game, but you're two people chained together and you gotta like work together to get the level beat or whatever. Not sure. And then there's another one. I don't know what it was, but they're talking about he had bombs. I don't know. I don't know much. I mean, I've heard a lot of stuff, and I could try to repeat it, but I might get it wrong. So I'm just gonna say he did have some bomb making stuff. But hey, what constitutes? Not I'm not defending anybody here, but what constitutes bomb making materials? Because I've heard that done before, and it's like, okay, well, yeah, he had a can of carb cleaner, rags, a rope, and duct tape in his car. And it's like, that's in my truck right now. That's in my truck right now. And it's not to make a bomb unless my engine blows the fuck up. But I have so I don't know what was it an actual manufactured bomb, or was it just like, oh, he had some stuff that it could explode, and then he also had an ashtray full of change that he could have put inside of a piece of PVC, and it could have exploded and shot change everywhere. I don't know. Sometimes you can't take everything at face value, because I mean, I've had, according to what some people classify as bomb making materials, that I use that to fix my truck. It's not to make no bomb, motherfucker. He was gonna create an explosive device. No, my truck fucking dies all the time. I got to put some carb cleaner in there, and we use a rag to kind of wipe it off. And unless it catches on fire, I got to throw the rag on top. Don't burn my truck down, please. I don't want to use my good fire extinguisher on that. Use the rag. But yeah, I don't know. Trump is invincible, and that is amazing. I'm glad everything is going well for him. I mean, that's the guy. Realistically, no, whatever my views were, whenever the election cycle comes through, that's the name I'm putting down, and that's the name I was gonna put down regardless of anything. I don't mind sharing that. That's who I'd vote for. I think it would be cool if there was more Republican guys to kind of, I don't know. I think Trump is going to do good. I think he's just going to have too much pushback. That's the biggest issue with him altogether, is every single thing he puts his name on, the Democrats want to get rid of it, and they want to stop it, and they want to block it, and they don't want anything to do with it. They don't want him to make progress in any way, shape, or form. So that's the only reason that I would probably, if there was somebody else that I liked, which I don't even know of anybody else right now, but if there was like a more of a, I don't know. I like Trump. I'm gonna vote for him. And that's all to it. I don't want to sit here and talk in schematics or talk in. It's not possible. There's nothing. There's nothing going on. Trump is the Republican nominee. I'm voting for him. And if you're listening to this and you want to vote for Joe Biden, go for it. He needs some help. But don't make it a horrible fucking uh, landslide. Got to have a couple of votes on his side. So go for it. I don't think that's gonna happen at all, though. I mean, I don't think he's gonna be able to get anything done. Joe Biden has dug himself a hole. And then, of course, the day before Trump got shot, Biden has a press conference or something where he's talking about putting Trump in the bullseye. I mean, I don't think Biden knows where he's at or what he's doing, so I don't think he had anything whatsoever to do with it. I'm not saying that the Democratic Party might not have had anything to do with it, but I'm saying that Biden himself, the man, I don't think he had shit to do with it. That was just a horrible tone of words. But it's also like, yeah, you're a president and you're basically saying he's such a threat to democracy. We need to put the bullseye on him. I mean, there's a lot of dumbass Americans out there that support you 100% that may think that you're calling to them to do something. That's not cool. Like, yeah. So you're basically you're not gonna do very well. Tenacious D, Jack Black, and Kyle, whatever the fuck his name is. I like those guys. I like their music. I like watching their movies. I like everything about those guys. But the one guy, I think he thought he would get more of a positive reaction out of that, or maybe like he thought people would understand it was a joke. But that what he said was very bad timing, not good, and half of America hates you now. Like, they really don't like you at all. And yeah, it's just insane though. The comments on stuff. People are like, "Oh, they missed." It's like, are you going to stand by your word? Are you going to stand by that? Like, put you in a courtroom and have you explain yourself? Like, why are you commenting publicly about somebody getting shot and that you would like it to happen, or you're upset that they missed? Why would you do that? That's not cool. That probably puts you on a fucking watch list or something. It definitely swings your algorithm, probably. That's fucking I mean, I have some thoughts and I am much more free on this podcast, but whenever I'm typing anything that's going to go out to the world, I I mean, it kind of stinks, but it doesn't really stink that much because I have pretty I feel like I have pretty good values and views. Uh, but I would never say anything like that ever on social media. That's insane. That lives with you forever. And I will say, not even that, but I used to have a Facebook profile back in the day, and I had to delete it. And I had that since 2009, since I was 18. So I'm glad that's fucking gone. It was deleted 5 years ago, 4 years ago. I'm glad that's fucking gone. It was a real hard shock at the beginning, but I suggest anybody that's had their Facebook profile for a long time and has ever, even you're like, oh, I've never commented anything bad. Go back and look, because I bet you have. And if you want to do anything with your life, or you piss anybody off, that shit's gonna come back and haunt your ass. And I will say I've said some really stupid shit on there. I was an emotion. Well, I wouldn't say I was emotional, but I was a wild kid, and I had some crazy fucking views back then, and I expressed them thoroughly all over the fucking social medias. And I'm glad they're gone. They are wiped clean, gone, I think. Um, and I got this new Facebook profile. It doesn't even use my real fucking name, and I don't post anything on there unless it's talking about the podcast or video games. And I use it to look at groups like Square Body Group, BeamNG Group, other phone game groups. I just got added to a group today for the Samsung S24 Ultra, because I don't nobody around me has one of these, and I want to, if somebody finds out something special about it, I want to know. Yeah, I don't use social media to do anything but basically research and entertainment. Um, and I think that's healthy. I feel, I don't know how things are going to go with the AI coming out. The AI, it could swing drastically one way or another. It could be really good and cool and, make life a little easier in some way, shape, or form. Or it could go the other way, and we could all, it's starting to read our fucking minds, and then anything you think. So when you find the real bad people, they're really bad because But um, and also, just like me, like, oh, it says here that you were messing with your Spotify account while driving down the road. It's like, well, I mean, I skipped a song. I clicked on the playlist. I was skipping some ads on a podcast. I promise you, my fucking eyes were out on the road. I don't know. I don't know if how deep it could get, but it could turn into China. And I don't know if you guys know what's going on in China, but they have like a social credit system. So anything you do and where you go and how you spend your time and who you're spending your time with is all tracked with an AI camera feature. So they have cameras all over the fucking streets. It's a communism. So nobody can really say they can't say anything bad about their own government. Everybody has to have, speak with respect when they're talking about their government. They got cameras and shit that do facial recognition. So, and everybody's got a cell phone over there. Everybody's being tracked at all times. If you end up, and maybe it's a safety thing for the government, but it's also like, man, you're really tying your people down. And like my phone today, it was like, hey, do you want to set up facial recognition? I was like, no, I don't want to do that. I'm thinking about getting a little piece of tape and putting it over my front-facing camera. How often do you use your front? Half the time, the only thing I use my front-facing camera for is to check my teeth or my tongue. That's about it. That's the only thing I really use the front-facing camera for. So I don't know. It would be cool if I had like a little slider. If I had a case with a little camera slider. Not sure where I left off, but my wife just called me, and she's like, "Oh my God, there's a lizard in the house." We have a bunch of these little tiny blue tail lizards running around our backyard, in our front yard. They're everywhere. There's lizards everywhere. There's snakes everywhere. There's mice everywhere. There's a lot of shit everywhere. But she called me earlier, and she's like, there's something in the house. I'm like, what do you, okay, tell me about it. And I'm in Oklahoma. There's nothing I can fucking do. She's like, I don't know. One of our dogs, Winnie, our little fucking shithead dog, she's like, she ran into the living room or in the kitchen, and she was staring at the fridge. And she's like, I swear I saw something moving over there. She's like, have you seen any mice lately? And I was like, no, I haven't, even though I've seen them in the fucking grill. Um, but she's like, there are there, and then she's like, well, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, well, I can't really help you. And I got off the phone with her, and then she just called me. She's like, it's a lizard. I was like, oh, well, the dogs will take care of that. She's like, no, they won't. I'm like, yes, they will. She's like, no, the lizard ran, and it was hiding underneath one of the dog's paws. My big dog's paw. It just went and ran up right underneath his arm. He was laying on the floor, and he didn't even notice it, I guess. And then it ran off, and now it's underneath the couch in the living room. And she's like, what do I do? I was like, I don't know. You can set a trap. We got like little sausage. Put a little piece of sausage on the end of the trap and set it in a corner somewhere, and you'll hear it snap. And once you hear it snap, there'll either be a lizard there or there won't. Yeah, I'm not sure. And I was like, if you want to try a different way, you could we have ammonia spray. I was like, you can grab some ammonia spray and start on the edge of the couch and just keep spraying it and try to lure the lizard to get the fuck away, because they have a really good sense of smell and they are not going to like the ammonia. So, I don't know. Fun times at the house. I just know I'm going to get to my shop at 6:15, it says, but it's going to be later than that, because I'm going to stop and grab something. And then that means I'm not even going to be home until 7:38. I'm still tired. I'm still working off that fucking salad, I think. Today I had 4 hard-boiled eggs from a Love's, about 6 slices of ham, which is probably 10 ounces maybe, and some grapes and an apple. And I had a very few grapes. I tried not to eat too many of them. I only had like maybe 8. So, doing pretty good. And I had Mio Energy, but it never really gave me energy. It was just kind of like a good flavor drink. And so, like yesterday and a little bit today, when I was feeling a little bit tired, I tried out that Mio stuff. And yeah, it doesn't really work. I think just drinking water helps. But sometimes, I don't know, somebody was saying try salt. Try some salt water. Give you some electrolytes. But I just had, 4 hard-boiled eggs, and I dumped salt all over all of them, and hot sauce, and pepper. They were pretty good. 4 hard-boiled eggs is a lot. It's only like $2, but that's a lot, and those are big, grade A fucking eggs. So they were pretty fucking good, and I checked all the expiration dates on them. I grabbed the one that said expires on the 18th. I grabbed that one. I was like, fuck yeah. I like them. You ain't got to peel them or nothing. They're just already done. It would kind of be better if they left the shell on them though, because then like nobody's hands have been on your fucking egg. All right, we're gonna start speeding up here. Let's start speeding up now. And on this diet, you can have deviled eggs. Pretty sure, because it's just a little bit of I think it's mustard and mayo wrapped up or mixed up in the yolk part of a hard-boiled egg. I think I can eat hard-boiled egg or them eggs. It'd be all right. My wife just texted me. She's like, "Is your friend still at work?" I'm like, "I think so." Yeah. I'm gonna have to change the color tone of everything. This is all fucking poopy looking. It all looks like poop. Like my text messages, like the color of what was gonna be, what should have been white is now like orange. I thought it was a cool color tone, so I clicked on it, and apparently it's not good. Oh boy, just a couple more hours to get home, and I'll be good. Joe Rogan posted up a new podcast. I'm only about halfway through it so far. I stopped it basically once I got to the place where I needed to offload. I didn't want to waste my Joe Rogan on sitting around not doing shit, and I don't like to listen to podcasts sitting still anyways. I like to watch videos and scroll and that shit. So I don't know if he's going to address the Trump thing, but I imagine he will, but not sure. Kind of weird he didn't upload Monday, Tuesday. He waited till now, and they were getting into some cool shit at the beginning of it, and then they kind of got off of that. I don't even know what the fuck they were talking about recently, but I need to get back on there and listen to it. And it's really all I got for you guys today. I guess I'll just keep it short and sweet, and if anything happens, you'll hear about it on another one. Keep all 18 down!